Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Ordinal space, nothing but Ordinals. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? We're gonna have an amazing show today. We're doing a market update, so I know everyone gets excited about market updates. Updates do the best, and we thank you guys for watching. And this one's gonna get a little exciting. We're gonna get into some drama that's happening. It seems like Casey's back and he's not going away, and he just wants to cause as much drama as humanly possible. So we're gonna dig deep into that, and yeah, so let's get right into it because we're both kind of annoyed right now. Let's get into this, but we bring in my partner as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What is up? What is up? What is up?
So we were talking and we were getting really annoyed before we were on here, so we're all ramped up right now. So I just feel like this is going to be electric, the show, man. So let's just get right into it. What is going on in your opinion?
Well, let's introduce the first topic of discussion. Yeah. Kim Jong-Casey. Kim Jong-Casey, the supreme leader. No, I think you got to respect the guy for creating Ordinals, because Ordinals is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But I think the problem that I have with Casey is his lack of communication skill set. And I get that he is a developer first, and he's not a communicator. He's not skillful in that aspect at all. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, he's probably a -3, plus -7, which is -10. But I feel like the guy is like really he's either messing with the entire space, trying to get people to not like him, and get the token community to fork and do their own thing, or two, he's trying to see how much power his influence has, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be one of those two things, because the third thing is that he's just not a good person, and he's like trying to see what how much he can dictate intentionally to really just not care about how it affects the community that his platform has brought and built.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is an open source platform that he built, right? And a lot of the stuff that he doesn't like, he doesn't track, he doesn't index, right? So I don't know. I mean, that's kind of where I am with it. What about you?
Yeah, I'm the same way. So I do. So obviously, like the description numbers thing didn't bother me, because I'm okay with sequence numbers being at the end, in the back end, the description number being front end. I think that problem is easily solved. No big deal. We're just like everyone else. We're heavily invested in the BRC20s. We're heavily invested in the TAP tokens. So when this new protocol ruined, or whatever you want to call it, came on board in the last couple of days, it was just an idea, right? But the whole market kind of got their panties in a bunch, and BRC20s and stuff's going to the fucking zero. But people don't understand, like Binance, they're deep. They're like $5 million deep into these BRC20 investments with Unisat
50.
and stuff like that. 50 million.
Yeah.
Same thing with OKX. They're heavily invested into this stuff, and the VCs they're not going to be happy about this stuff. So, but they're not going to stop building, and I feel like it doesn't matter what Casey says. It doesn't matter. We don't have to follow him. It's just like you said. We could fork this. I don't want to fork this. I hope we don't fork this. But we could. They could fork this, right?
Well, I don't think we have to, though, do we?
Well, if we want to eliminate Casey from the entire thing, which I don't think it's a great idea either. I guess we don't have to fork it, right? What's the solution here?
I mean, the solution is we just do our thing and we keep building on Ordinals, and just don't listen to what he says. You know what I mean? Like we don't have to listen to what he says. He's not like, I joke around saying that like, he's a supreme leader, because no offense to some of these bigger influencers, but they kiss his feet whenever he speaks, and I get that, like, it's awesome that he created Ordinals, and he did create an amazing thing. But when you do that and you create a huge community that follows, then you have huge responsibility, right? And so that's my stance on it. And I posted something about someone had said something about forking. Benny responded to that person's post under my main post and said he's against forking.
Yeah.
He's more for doubling down. And I
Yep.
said, same here. Let's do this. Let's, what I mean?
Yeah.
The flag's been planted. And I could
Yeah.
be right about the 50 million from Binance. The total amount raised by Unisat was 50 million. So I don't know
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
percent of that
I
was.
I thought of $5 million what was Binance, but I could be wrong. But yeah, but like anyway, yeah, you're right. Like we don't have to go with what he's saying, but I do like the idea. So from my understanding is everyone's going to have basically a light content node, basically like a very light node
Client.
that be a client node. So basically it's a browser client, and every transaction updates the network constantly. So when you send a UTXO, it updates, and so on and so on and so on. We're all updating network together, and basically it doesn't clog up the mempool as much as it has. And that's kind of what Casey wants. He wants to clean up. It came in potentially to clean up Ordinals, right? That was basically why he's back after an 8-month hiatus. So
That's what I don't get that part. Like he already saw how it affected the mempool in May, right?
yeah,
So then he waits another 4 months. Like, what's the point of that? Even
Sats pissed him off.
okay,
Sats is the reason why he's back.
okay, so like he waited till Sats minted fully out. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, if he really wanted to throw a wrench in everything, why not do it like in the middle of the Sats mint out? Because I'll tell you one thing for sure, like it wasn't like super popular talking about Sats until late July.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like he had between May, June, and July to be able to do this shit. But like he decides to do it the night before Unisat is going to start their swap test net, right?
Yeah.
So timing is impeccable. And then also like a week and a half after, like he already pissed off like a quarter of the collectors, ordinal collectors with the inscription number rearrangement. I mean, his communication is atrocious. It's like worse than a 5-year-old's. Like, you know what I mean? Like be able to like communicate to a large number of people that, to be honest, was the reason why he went to Singapore, right? It's not because he's just Casey, from before. Like the community had to be there to have an event. You know what I mean? Like, yes, if he never built Ordinals, there would be no event. But also, if there was no community, there would be no Casey there in Singapore too, right? So I think it all it's all tied together, and I think there needs to be a mutual respect between the creator and then also the supporters of the creator. In terms of supporters, I mean the community that uses the platform.
And I think if he came out and gave suggestions, like, hey guys, like it would be easier for everyone if the inscription numbers were, unstable, or hey guys, but it seems like he just comes out in full force and just fucking swings his dick, dude. He's just like this is how it's gonna go, and I'm Casey, and this is mine. It's all mine. But it's not his no more. He gave it to the community, and the community's running with it. You know what I mean? So
imagine if Satoshi did that.
Well, I'm so glad Satoshi's gone.
Yeah.
Because it's I mean, the same thing kind of happened with Blakamoto, right? Like he started swinging tits around, right? He was just had his tits all out, shaking them, and we were all like, "What the fuck?" We just idolized this guy, and now he's shaking his tits.
This would be such
tits everywhere.
This would be such a dope live episode next time. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Like honestly, I wish Casey would just like ride off in the sunset. Honestly, swear to God, I wish that he would just do that, and just like work from like a different, like if he still wanted to work on the protocol, just work from like a different alias or something, and just act like Ralph, or just is doing everything, because he's. I mean, it's been toxic, has it not?
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's like passive aggressively toxic, right? So it's like, yeah, he's bringing the worst out of people.
He's a laser-eyed maxi. That's what they do. They're all fucking toxic. And he obviously he created something amazing, Ordinals, but he did it because he wanted it to be on Bitcoin, and he said like all these other chains and stuff. He wanted to create like Ordinals like as an NFT platform on Bitcoin, and he did. He's successful. But what came with it was BRC20s, and I think that pissed him off as a laser-eyed maxi that he is. That the Ordinals didn't bother him. It was the tokens, because maxis hate anything that's not called Bitcoin, which is fine. You have your opinion. I love Bitcoin or whatever, but like I also like tokens on Bitcoin. So it's
Yeah.
just like, and I think his laser eye taxi maxi is, coming out. So
Well, then he's the dumbest smart kid I've ever seen, because like for him to not expect to have an open protocol and
yeah,
for people to try to create tokens on Bitcoin is dumb, straight up. I mean,
yeah,
it's stupid for him to think that. So yeah, so there goes that kind of perception if he had that. Like
yeah,
I don't understand why, but also there's different levels to like laser eye maxis, which is interesting. Like when you come over to ordinals, you kind of realize that at
yeah,
first you're kind of like there's just the laser eyes and then everybody else, right?
yeah,
Um, and most of everybody else
yeah.
likes Bitcoin, but they're not like crazy as fuck, right, about it
His
all.
laser eyes they're hidden. They're
Yeah.
hiding it
Well,
amongst
well,
us, like,
what I'm trying to say, yeah, exactly. And so like, there's laser eyes that probably hated him for starting ordinals, right? And
yeah,
then also now he's like a different laser eyes that doesn't like tokens. And
yep.
so in my mind, I'm like, it's funny. Like he's a hybrid laser eyes. Like his mother wasn't a laser eyes and his father was a laser eyes. You know what I'm saying?
It's like,
I definitely feel like he's like one of those hybrid laser
yeah,
eyes that um tried to hide it maybe at first because like he realized that he did get a lot of NFT, he wanted to
yeah,
onboard a lot of NFT people from other chains, and he tried to hide it. And so now like it's coming out after, I don't know, maybe the Singapore event.
yeah,
Maybe when he was there, he was like, he saw like Unisat and Alex Labs and all this stuff,
yeah.
and he was just like, oh my god, my baby that I like let everybody build on for like 9 months,
Yeah,
anyways. So
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, what is that about?
He
So
basically saw his kid growing up and like hanging out with bad friends, and he was like, "No, I gotta fix this." You know what I mean? Like, I gotta change this. I gotta come back and I gotta change it. But I think we're giving him too much time of the day, man. We're he's running it's rent free in our brains all day, every day right now. So
yeah, well, I mean, that's what he wants, I'm sure.
yeah,
Um,
but
that and getting people to fork the
yeah,
token community off, which is not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
yeah,
I mean, I'm
and
sorry,
like
it's not going to happen.
we have love for Casey. I absolutely loved
Yeah, we
everything that he
love
created.
Casey.
You know what I mean?
Bibbidi boobity
But
bobbity boobity.
I just wish he would just go away. like like
Especially
that.
if he really believes in Bitcoin fundamentals, he should just
Yeah,
follow Satoshi's path,
Satoshi.
but except for like expedite that path by like times 10 so he can just leave
Yeah.
now. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it's like you basically built the landscape, and why are you coming in and messing with the way people are building the houses on top of the landscape that you built? You know what I mean? Like he's coming in now, and he's like, all these people that are building like these giant like houses. He's like, no, your house is way too ugly. No, we're gonna knock that down, and we're gonna create a better one on top of it. And it's like
Yeah,
we're
but
already building,
he's
dude.
not doing that like that like he's not doing it that bluntly, I guess.
It's
He's
very
actually
bluntly.
he's saying that behind the scenes exactly like how you said it, but then he'll come out and be like, "Hey, look at this new house that's like built like so much
Yeah,
more efficiently." And you know what I
it's
mean?
just an idea. It's just an
Yeah,
idea.
because the other house is not as efficient and blah blah blah, right? So it's like, you know, yeah, that's pretty much the approach that he's taking, like a very passive aggressive with like
Yeah,
sarcastic inside jokes between the developers too, in his
I
blog
know.
posts and like his Twitter post too. But it's funny. But yeah,
Yeah. You
we can
caused this, Casey. You caused all this, buddy.
yeah.
We're all fine. Everything was okay. Drama free. All exciting. We're all minting sats, talking about we're all gonna make it. And Casey comes in here and says, "Fuck you guys. I'm taking my shit back."
Yeah,
So
no, not gonna happen because that's just not how it works with
yeah,
decentralization. But maybe he's not about that.
yeah.
Um,
Let's move on. Get
yeah.
this guy the hell out of here.
So speaking of BRC20s,
20s.
yeah, there were some screenshots today about the Unisat BRC20 swap, which is really
Yeah.
cool. It showed. Let me see here. Let me see if I
And
can
guys, just
pull.
so you guys know, we do have a pass, and our pass is not ready yet. We have to wait a certain amount of blocks before we can get in on it. So as soon as those blocks finish out, we will have a tutorial video for anyone who doesn't have a pass. We'll have a video out for you guys potentially tomorrow on the inner workings of it, and we're going to start it from scratch, and then really going to give you guys the full tour of the site. So
For sure. So this is kind of like that Uniswap kind of setup with the swap, pools, transactions. You can see the swap and deposit. For what I'm hearing, you do have to deposit your BRC20s in here, but we'll be able to find out tomorrow with the test net. You can see the sats and the ORDI ticker here. So really cool. It kind of looks, very similar to a typical DEX, right?
yeah.
If you see here, that's just the address type. I guess this was more of a tutorial or something. Where is another one? Someone had a good image of, so you can see the pools here. This is pretty cool because like you can see like it looks like either ordinals or like emojis or something, but
Yeah.
OXBT is like paired with Punk. Pretty cool, right? Like you can see the total value too. So like we're getting all the stuff from the DeFi side. So I really, really like what I'm seeing here so far, because
Yeah, man.
if this swap can really pick up the the user experience, then there ain't no stopping it with ruins or
Yeah.
raisins, whatever you want to call them.
But yeah, this is very exciting. I think if it wasn't for Casey, you would probably see a huge jump right now in the BRC20s because everyone's getting excited for this. And I think we're a few weeks out from launch, man. I don't think it's going to be too much time.
Well, they said 5 to 7 days if like all the testing goes smooth. So that's pretty awesome, right? So we're talking about probably middle of next week.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
So, but with dev time, I'm gonna say 9 weeks, just because I'm not getting my hopes up. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm okay with waiting. The closer we get to the halving, I think the better for it anyway. So I'm okay with waiting, and I just want it to be right, and I don't want no hacks. Like a hack on this on day 15 would be absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
So I just want them to take their time, make sure all the bugs are out. Let us kind of try to break it in testnet, and then do the launch. Like there's no reason to rush this right now. So
yeah, I agree. No need to rush it, but I think that like we could have definitely like a really decent October, like starting to go into the holidays.
yeah,
If we can get some trading action happening with BRC20
yeah,
on the swap, right? And you also have to remember there's Bison Labs as well. That is, I know Jay's he's thinking like a builder. He's already kind of thinking like, okay, so if we have to pivot a little bit here, over there, like, yeah, I think he's just trying to include everything, which is really smart, right? So you can bridge tap, you can bridge BRC20, you can bridge runes if that's a thing, or runestone, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Pipe, it doesn't matter. He's just getting ready for it. And so I think that like having two options of the Bison swap and the Unistat swap is going to be really good for the token community.
Yeah. And you got to remember too, there's also Alex and Libre that we're not including. So there's a lot coming, guys. A lot of liquidity pools are coming. Don't dump your BRCs just because somebody says there's something special coming, because I don't think so. I think we're gonna have a competition. You got to remember too, and first is first. So if something does come later, this is legacy. Like, you know what I mean? These are legacy coins then at that point. And like, so I mean, it's up to you. This is not financial advice. If you feel like you should dump them and get ready to start inscribing, do you 100%. That's maybe not a bad idea to maybe go half and half. If you're sitting on too much money in BRCs and you're scared and you're having trouble sleeping at night, might be a good idea to grab some Bitcoin out of that. But that's completely your decision. It's going to be something that you have to live with, and that's just a personal decision. I think everyone needs to make that individually. But
yeah, I haven't moved a single thing like on BRC20 side, tap, the ordinals. I haven't moved anything just because like, but I mean, even through all of like kind of the frustrations and stuff, first I want to say like some of what we were talking about Casey earlier is a little bit with kind of playing or joking around a little bit. Definitely we are appreciative that he built Ordinal theory.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. So we are appreciative of that. We just would like stability and stuff. So of course it's natural for us to kind of react this way. But yeah, I even threw my address out there for some teams that were building like runes,
Yep.
because you got to try everything, especially from our perspective. We're a podcast about ordinals,
Yeah.
so we have to, no matter if I don't agree with it or not, you gotta be safe. I use a clean new wallet every time, but you got to try it, right? So that's just the reality of it all.
Yeah.
you know
And like you gotta remember too, like we should be really lucky to be alive right now. Like we're in a time of technical, like technical advantages everywhere. And like whether it's BRC20s or whether it's this new protocol, like we are on the ground floor of this. We are all going to see it because I feel like at this point we all have that vision now to where when we see something special, we know it's special. So right now it's like we really have to just keep our eyes open, take a look at everything, play with everything, and I feel like I hate saying this, but we're all definitely on the ground floor of something special, and we have to really take a look at every single thing and not be biased because we don't like a person or something like that. And if it's like, cause like Benny gets some hate, you know what I mean? But not being over there and not trying pipe when it's ready is it's stupid because it could blow up and it could be something amazing, and like a stablecoin issuer could come and something like that. And that's one thing too about these this new protocol that I did like too, is that potentially there's going to be like numbers on them, how kind of Ethereum does it, right? So I don't feel like something like USDT or a stablecoin like issuer will come over here without that type of thing, without that type of where you can look up the number and make sure you're on the right token, not just because it says USDT. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
identifier.
yeah, we need like some kind of identifier on these things. So it's there's some benefits as well. So let's just, and like I said before, like BRC20s are legacy. They're going to be here forever because that's our legacy tokens.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you just said, and this is going to be interesting. Weekly update.
For sure.
I'm excited to see how the community responds to this. But
The comments are going to be rough, guys. And if you don't like what we're saying, tell us, because your opinion matters to us. And if we're wrong, we want to be right. And just please get in the comments and just let us know. Let us
yeah,
know.
but I also think it's important to be truthful and genuine, which we are. And but like, yeah, you're right. Comments will definitely make us kind of maybe take a step back and try to look at it from a different perspective or angle. So I agree with
Or
you on that.
if you like what we're saying, pump us up. We'll do it more. But yeah. So
All right, I think it's time to get into the weekly market updates.
yep, let's get it.
Do it.
I
Okay,
feel like we should have a song for this or something.
The weekly market updates. I don't know.
You need a DJ. Just hit us up if you guys can do that stuff. So
All right. So past 24-hour market update. The top 24 or 25, 23. Weird that they just go to 23, right? But anyways,
yeah.
So Sats number one, no surprise, but actually, no surprise because it kind of it took a pretty big dump with all the runes news, but it's back up 40%. We're sitting at like almost $950 for 100 billion. So at the highest in the past like 3 weeks, I would say that number was like 1400 maybe. So it's down from that point, but it's up from the 24-hour mark. Odo. So this is one that I'm going to keep my eye on. I might actually dip into this because it looks like that our recursive RCSV has something to do with this. Whenever I searched it, I don't know if you searched it, but
no, it's new to me.
It is. It does seem newer. I think they did. Where did I see that? Someone stated that recursive verse like was investing in it, but maybe I was wrong. But anyways, so they've been jumping up ever since like the Unisat swap was announced. So I think it might have something to do with that. We'll have to kind of see. They're up 133%. Oshi is up 14%. Back to $236 for Oshi.
So we got some news with that. Should we get into that for a second?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
So apparently Archimedes came out and he said that Merlin had a big bag of Oshi, and he was not giving it up to the team or whatever for whatever reason.
Multi-sig wallet.
Yeah, he had. Yeah, so is that what it was? Right? It was something about the multi-sig. He wasn't giving his keys up or something.
He wasn't adding it to the multi-sig wallet. Basically,
Okay.
basically to where you can't just pull it out. The team has to do it together.
Gotcha. So yeah, I don't know. And then all of a sudden they said they're gonna fork the Oshi coin, and this is after putting Boss on hold last week, and it's not looking good. I can't say that I didn't see this coming because I 100% did. The way these guys talk and come out and really like just not professional, and it's just all over the place constantly, and they're always like just it seems like they're always like angry. You know what I mean? Like I just never got that from a founder. Like they're always pissed off and they're always just like talking about other projects and stuff like that. And you see that all the red flags, guys, all the red flags. And I would love to get Archimedes on again to really explain what's going on because maybe I'm not understanding. And maybe this is good for the project. I don't know. But from what I'm seeing, looking in, this is a total shit show. And I would take even if I paid more money for these coins, I don't own any Oshi. I haven't owned any Oshi in a long time, and if I would just take my money out of this, dude. This is not going to be good for the project.
Yeah, so I definitely think we need to, because like I agree that there was some communication issues in the beginning and stuff like that, but I would say from Archimedes like to us as a show has been pretty clear. Every time we've reached out and talked to him, and maybe it has more to do with Merlin's side, right? Like we don't know the whole story, so
Yeah,
I would say, don't take what we say as like the final word, because like this is what we're getting from like X, right? When we look on
yeah,
X, this is what we're seeing, right? But like from everything I've seen and heard from Archimedes and Junk Food, Punk Root, and Grug, like what he's told me about them, they're actually really tight and work well together. I don't know though, so yeah, I think Archimedes maybe talking on the spaces or coming on the show would be like a fair way to kind of distinguish, determine what the outcome. The only thing we know are the facts, and the facts are that he didn't want to add his share to the multi-sig wallet, is what we saw on X.
yeah.
So
100%.
definitely concerning for sure.
And this was just $1,900, like you know what I mean, like a month ago. Like it's crazy. Now we're down to $200. It's down almost 90% from its high. It's wild.
It's crazy. It is crazy. And then number 4, you have Rune, which was actually deployed in March or something crazy early. Like,
Yeah.
And it just minted out after Runes was announced. It's up 130%. BTCS is up 0.67%. This is one I'm looking forward to once the swap starts. They have a strong community. The council is up 12.45%. They're sitting at $85.56. Wow. The big boys.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
In the beginning, man, Oshi and Council were the two top tokens. Now they're both just taking a monster hit.
Yeah.
Man.
OXBT actually dropped to like 40 something. It's up 6%.
Yeah.
So I have this theory too. I mean, this is conspiracy theory, guys. So you know me, I love wearing my tinfoil hat. But isn't it convenient? Like, so I mean, BitGod came out and said that he like was going to deploy OXBT runes token yesterday, and then it dumped, and then like all these BRC 20s dumped. The announcement was the day before the swap. Like, isn't it kind of weird that like it was almost like intentionally trying to get the BRC 20 market to dump? To maybe pick up these tokens for a couple shekels, right? You know what I mean? And so it's like, I don't know, man. That's conspiracy theory. I know I'm a conspiracy theorist, but like, I think there could be some intentional dumpage happening because they know that liquidity is coming to these swaps. But that's just, we don't know. But anyways, it's up 6% because it dumped yesterday. So it's at 53 sats. Ordi is down 4.93%. It had been pumping since Sats was taking a dump. Pepe is down 5.08%. Orpo is down 40.3%. Their bridge, I believe, is pretty much done.
Yeah.
XBTC is up 66.15%. OSFI is up 5.31%. Track actually had been kind of going up while Stats was taking a dump too. It's down 5.38%, but I think it's still at 30 cents. Yep. So Track is still holding on pretty strong for a 21 million supply there. Dozy is down 2.25%. Texo is even, no volume there. We is down 69.64%. What is going on, We community? Goodness gracious. That 10 cents here. I expect we to do well, but we'll see. Maybe there's some intentional FUD from the Chinese community to bring it down too from them. Dude, like we don't know. You know?
Yeah.
Recur, our boy 8-bits token. There's gonna be some good benefits to this token for what I'm hearing. They're down 44%, sitting at $1.82. I think there's only 10,000 of those. Ledger is up 0.25%. VMPX is down 0.5%. Pabs is even. SHIB is at 1.12% of an increase. CYMI is even, and Punk is even. So yeah, I feel like today's a little bit more green than the past 2 days because maybe there's some realization that like BRC20s aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
But that is the BRC20 market update.
All right. And I will share my screen and we will jump right into the Magic Eden Ordinals side. Or not Ordinals side, but Ordinals. But Ordinal Maximus sitting at 0.24. And we have bitmaps. And I've been purchasing these things ever since you Yagobi, you told me how to sweep these things. And I haven't stopped. I've been buying way too many. Yeah. I did it like 4 more times since that one time we did it together. So it's been fun. And if you guys don't know, and I didn't know, if you just jack this thing up right here to 9, and then you got to connect your wallet, obviously, and then boom, you can just buy 9 on one gas fee. So it definitely saves you money if you're interested. But but it's something that I knew about sweeping. I didn't know it was that easy. So and then if you guys wanted a 1-digit bitmap, you'd be paying around 3 Bitcoin. If you wanted a 2-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around 0.08 Bitcoin. If you wanted a 3-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around 0.02 Bitcoin. If you wanted a 4-digit bitmap, you will be paying around 0.004. If you wanted a 5-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around 0.00043, which I want to say is about 50-60% higher than the floor right now, which isn't that bad. But yeah, so that is your bitmaps. And if I didn't say the floor is 0.000258. And we have Bitcoin Frogs down a little bit, sitting at 0.023. These guys have been really hanging out around there. BitApes by Ape Yacht Club member, always in the top 4, it seems like, sitting at around 0.005. D-Gods are back. I haven't seen them in a while. These guys were up at a Bitcoin, I want to say, a few months ago, and now sitting at 0.04. Sitting at 0.003. Osh Cash, the Orc Cash token. And we got Bitcoin Punk sitting at 0.0174. The Dan Files, which is a bunch of early inscriptions, sitting at 0.68. This is a new one. UFC. What is it? I'm sorry. UFC Bros. UFC. UF Bros. Came on the market today. These things are actually pretty cool. Look like some pixel art here. And it's pretty cool. But sitting at 0.0045, these guys are the talk of the town right now with 100 supply or 99 supply. Little Peepos is sitting at 0.0475. The Whales back in the top 12, sitting at 0.00137. And Ordinal Penguin sitting at 0.17. And that is your Ordinal update. Let's check out the Nocturnal Maxis. Huge fan of what these guys are doing, sitting at 0.03. Definitely want to get one of these. So we know we always talk about it, but yeah. Something else you want to check out?
No, I mean, those are still out of my price range, man. I still regret not grabbing one at 0.017.
I saw it at 1.4.
Yeah. But like that's another that Mr. BRC is another great example of a Ordinal project founder that does it right with his community. And so, I have confidence in that project for sure.
Did you see this Sats trading competition?
Yeah, I did. I heard about it. I knew that they were doing something for it, but
so that's pretty cool. And the inscription clubs, all that stuff. Yeah. New collections.
I'm very bullish on like the art side of Ordinals and everything. I do believe that there's going to be all this stuff is going to be worth a good amount later. Not financial advice, but so
yeah, man. All right.
Yeah, so let's move on to something that I like to call "What's in the Wallet."
Ooh, we got anything new?
Got a little something. But we'll go kind of hit on everything again. Bit pet season. We got the lion with the headband with a bunch of interesting and rare stats on there. We have our OG passes from Ord Banksy. We got our 2 bitmaps that have Bitmap Valley connected to them now.
Officially.
Officially. We have Neo Yaoto Citizen. We have the Pepe Miledes with the eating a wrap. Bitcoin Maxis. This one's Casey and disguised. And then we have our flip.
No, dude, it looks like Casey and Aaron, bro.
No, this is Casey Cy4. Just kidding. I love them both. Cy4 is awesome.
Yeah.
Then you have your flip frogs. Pretty cool there. You got to do this little thing. It's SVG recursive, I think. And then we got our live on Bitcoin, our Bitcoin channel from bitlive.live. And then shout out to Unisat gave us the early access yesterday. And so we are going to do a tutorial on the swap tomorrow, or just kind of show you guys what it's like. We're going to dig in there and we are going to showcase it for you guys because we are pumped. And we also have the Foxy OG pass. We're going to jump into Foxy and start messing with the Bitverse. And then also Skelly Unis. Shout out Mr. J. I love Mr. J is awesome. He's in the base community. Ordinals Coffee is always in there with Bean and everybody. And then we have our boy Kimmy Boy here. And that is the conclusion of what's in the wallet.
And guys, we're worried about our friend Kimmy. We haven't spoke to him in 4 days. We've talked to him every single day. So
he got back to me today.
Did he?
Yeah.
Kimmy's alive. Woo!
Yep.
We miss you, Kimmy. We miss you, buddy.
We only haven't talked to him for like 3 or 4 days, but like,
that's 3 months.
The Ordinal community, man. Like with your group, it's like so tight knit that like if you don't hear from somebody in a couple of days, you're like, oh my god, are they okay? Something wrong?
So yeah, we're glad you're okay, Kimmy, if you watch this, buddy. And remember, guys, we have a Spaces this Saturday. Bitcoin builders. Kimmy always does an amazing job of finding the builders for us, and really appreciate him and everything he does. Without him on Saturdays, it wouldn't be possible. So reach out to Kimmy and everything. And relax. Kimmy's the man.
Yep, for sure. And then I wanted to showcase a little bit of the Ordinal side. It is an exposure platform for your Ordinal projects. If you're new to the Ordinal space and you're building, this is a great place to start. You can put, I think it's 1,000 by 1,000 pixel image here. It's very simple. You, just click get slot, and then you pick your wallet, and then you upload your image. There is a cost. I believe it's like something really cheap. I want to say like $4 to $7 a day, $5 to $7 a day. But you can also just, as an observer, like let's say that you just want to upvote like one of these. There's the Ordinal side right there.
There's something down there. Oh, wow. That's cool.
Shari inscription artwork. You just connect your wallet here like so, connect leather, and then I want to upvote this guy right here. I go and upvote him. If you get the most upvotes, you will start trending here at the very top. So this is just the start, right? We are partners, official partners with the Ordinal side. I do have a digital marketing background, and I will tell you that advertising is very key, especially if you are a new project. Even if you're not new, having people's eyes on your project is very, very important. And there's going to be more features here, partners, right? with the Ordinal side, and that is it.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, thank you for liking. Thank you for watching, subscribing. You guys are the absolute best. And please get in the comments. Tell us what you thought of this episode. And we'll see you guys next time. We got some stuff coming out too. Look out for that stuff. We have ARC 20s potentially coming on. That should be fun. And
Another
then we have yep. And we have a couple other people. We'll get into that when the time comes. But yeah, just want to thank you guys, and we really appreciate your every single view. So
yep, for sure. And just want to let you guys all know, like, no matter what, like, the Ordinal community is staying here, the token community is staying here. Everybody that's building is going to keep building because we're all one strong community together. No, not one person can dictate anything.
Yeah.
Right. So that's it. All right.
100%. See you guys.
Peace.